Yeah. Lil Brunson back at you with the back at you, and I am the best reporting on the Eagles. Listen, man, don't let panic creep into your mind. Don't let panic creep into your bloodstream. Don't let these off-season warriors get you guys amped up and anxious and feeling some type of way, man. So we all heard about Nick Foles going to Chicago. I think that boosts Chicago up immediately, man. Y'all already know how we feel about Nick Foles in Philly. It boosts Chicago up for sure. Malcolm Jenkins going back to the Saints is a slap in the face. You know, and this is what you guys got to remember. This is the time of year where certain teams don't like to announce the moves that were made right away. Because, you know, especially with these travel bans going on, guys can't do physicals and stuff like that, which makes no sense. Because we announced the Hargrave deal. So, you know, maybe we just didn't do anything yet. Maybe nothing's happened. But right now, to me, it's looking like Howie Roseman is being extremely cheap, especially with some of the stuff that's coming out saying that, you know, for a lot of these guys' it's salary and what teams are wanting contractually, Howie isn't willing to, you know, give that type of stuff up. This is what Howie Roseman got to understand. Now, you see, I'm a huge Howie Roseman supporter. I know the things that he did help get us a Super Bowl. But Howie Roseman is so used to being able to band-aid something up at no cost that he'll do it at the detriment of our franchise quarterback. When is Carson Wentz going to get a bona fide stud? If you want a bona fide stud at wide receiver, you got to pay the bread. A lot of these wide receivers don't know they bona fide studs until after the contract year. You can't hope to go land you a guy in the draft, because that's not always 100% unless you got the first round, unless you got the first 5 picks in the draft. You really don't have no power realistically on who you're going to draft. We're picking in the late first round. Howie Roseman has not attacked this thing with the pressure that I thought he would. I didn't think that they would go after a wide receiver in the free agency, but I did think that they would be aggressive in going after some of these cornerbacks. You know, you know, some of the guys that were picked up and moved around didn't cost that much. You know, I think we have to understand that the Philadelphia Eagles are determined to put money on the defensive line. We taking a $50+ million cap hit on the defensive line alone. Fletcher Cox, Malik Jackson, and Javon Hargrave. $51 million is going to cost us next year. Now, Howie Roseman is not going to find nobody to eat Alshon Jeffrey's contract, because Alshon Jeffrey is not going to play until probably week 6, week 7, something like that. It's just unlikely that you'll get somebody to eat that contract right now. So I think Howie Roseman is looking at it like this: I might be stuck. I might have to eat Alshon's contract, and then I might still have to pay somebody $10+ million to play wide receiver for us. So he don't want to take a $20 million cap hit on a wide receiver position alone. But that you got to do what you got to do, because you have a window. You know what I'm saying? I swear some of these GMs operate like it's their bread, especially Howie Roseman. Now, we ain't got years to be wasting with a franchise quarterback. I don't understand the motive for not going out there and putting your bid in. I'm sick of seeing all these tweets of what we almost did. We were interested, but come on, man. You're supposed to make that DeAndre Hopkins deal happen. That DeAndre Hopkins deal is supposed to happen by any means. That's a guy who you absolutely pay $12.5 million a year for. That's a bargain. That's a bargain. Amari Cooper's getting $20 million a year. DeAndre Hopkins is better than Amari Cooper, and you could have got him for $8 less million. I don't understand the mind frame of some of this stuff that's going on in the GM world with Howie Roseman. When is Carson Wentz going to get a dominant bona fide number 1 receiver? When is he going to get it? Kyler Murray got his. Dak Prescott got his. When is he going to get it? I just don't understand. Why are we not doing this for Carson Wentz? Everybody else is having that dominant receiver. Why is Carson Wentz the exception? Why are we forcing him to work harder than anybody else in the league is? If you see how efficient he is without a number 1 receiver, why wouldn't you want to put a number 1 receiver in his back pocket to help him out? You got to get Carson Wentz help immediately, or you're on the verge of wasting Carson Wentz's prime. You know, I'm going to be patient. I'm not going to press it right now, because it's always free agent warriors. All these free agent warriors want to do X, Y, and Z. They get these people and don't go nowhere. You know what I mean? A lot of people make a splash in free agency and don't go nowhere. The Philadelphia Eagles cannot be put in the same position with no wide receivers come week 3. You can't win in the NFL like that. You got to be able to start the season with an arsenal and have a backup arsenal that's going to be able to help your quarterback out once you have said franchise quarterback. Come on, man. We treating every position like the Dallas Cowboys treating Dak Prescott. Every position that Carson Wentz need. I mean, what good is it locking up your franchise quarterback? What good is it locking up your quarterback if you're not going to lock in no guys that's going to grow with him? There is no guarantee, I repeat, no guarantee that the Philadelphia Eagles get Jerry Jeudy, CeeDee Lamb, or Henry Ruggs. There's no guarantee on it. And there's also no guarantee on it that they'll be anywhere as good as DeAndre Hopkins in the NFL. There's no guarantee. You're wishing on a star with stuff like that. So when free agency hit, it's the opportunity. It's the time to go out there and pick some guys who have provenly put in the work at the next level. There's no guarantee that those either one of those guys will be better than goddamn Robbie Anderson. Now, being as though I'm not hearing much out of Robbie Anderson, being as though I'm not hearing much out of Darius Slay, I believe that a big name is still going to come, but Howie Roseman got to get it together. He got to get it together. I mean, seeing no traction and then hearing reports that, they're not going to go after a wide receiver, which we didn't think they were going to do anyway. We just thought they needed to. I knew they were going to be aggressive in the draft at the wide receiver position, but you let Bradbury get away. Now I'm hearing reports that Calvin Johnson is about to get away. I'm not hearing too much on Slay. You know what I mean? You were high on Byron Jones all off season. We've been hearing about Byron Jones. Byron Jones got away easily too. The list goes on for guys that we weren't aggressive enough to get. It just goes on. And it goes to show you that I feel like we're just complacent with being able to put Band-Aids on things and hoping for the best. You got to get some firepower in the offensive passing game, for sure. We got holes. We lost a linebacker. I didn't see anything get addressed. Defensive line wasn't that big of a concern for me, honestly. I'll take Javon Hargrave. Make no mistake about it. I'll take him. But as linebackers that went in free agency, you're not going to be able to address every one of your needs in the draft, Howie Roseman. You're not. It's impossible. You got to hit with a 70% accuracy. Five Hundred say he got to be 70%. I talked to Five down below. He said he got to be 70%. Out of the 10 picks, he got to be 70%. I'm thinking you only going to go into this thing. What would we got? 10 or 11 picks. I think we just got a pick for Jordan Howard. But out of the 11 picks, I'm thinking we only going to have 8 because you got to get that 13th pick. Now you got to get that 13th pick. And as Alshon Jeffrey goes, now you have possibly put yourself in a position to have Alshon Jeffrey on the roster next season. You cannot afford to release Alshon Jeffrey and still pay him $11 million and be without his services and not be able to replace him with a wide receiver that's better. The Philadelphia Eagles have pigeonholed themselves into damn near a crisis at this point. If we don't hear no names, maybe it's something happening under the radar. But the way it's looking to me is that they are trying to bring Nelson Aguilar back for cheap, and they're going to stay with Alshon Jeffrey. That's the way it's looking for me. And they're going to try to hope they can land one of those 3 names in the draft. Let me know what you think in the comments.